Every time the housekeeper came to cook, she brought her daughter along. I felt sorry for them. Single mother, no support. So I never said a word. Until one afternoon, I pulled out the chair at the head of the table and found a note taped to the back. It read, "Freeloaders aren't allowed to eat here." I tore the note off and turned to the housekeeper. "What is this supposed to mean?" The girl shot me a look of pure contempt and let out a cold laugh. "You're just a maid. You sponge off other people's homes day after day. How are you not ashamed? If you can't afford food, go beg on the street. People like you mooching off everyone make me sick." I stared at her, completely thrown. The housekeeper rushed over and lowered her voice. "Ms. Wolf, my daughter doesn't know I'm the maid here. She saw how hard I work and felt sorry for me. That's why she put up the note. And she has serious germophobia. She can't stand eating with strangers. Wait outside until she's done eating. Don't come back in." Before I could answer, she shoved me out the front door. The door slammed shut behind me with a final bang. I stood there on the steps and calmly dialed the police. "Hello, there's been a break-in at my home. Someone's locked me out. I need an officer here now." I had never imagined that one day, as the founder of a Wall Street venture capital firm, I would be called a freeloader to my face. What made it worse? That estate was mine. 30 minutes after my call, a patrol car pulled up at the curb. Before the officer could even ask what had happened, Alice, my housekeeper, spotted them through the video intercom. She threw the front door open and hurried out to meet me, face drained of color. "Ms. Wolf, what's going on? Why did you call the police?" I just looked at her. I didn't say anything. The officer studied her. "This woman reports an unlawful entry at her residence. Are you the one she's referring to?" Panic flashed across Alice's face. Her hands clenched together, sweat beading on her forehead. No, it's not what it looks like. I'm the cook Ms. Wolf hired. I just brought my daughter to visit, and she accidentally closed the door behind us. There's no break-in, I swear." She gestured at the open doorway, forcing a smile. "See? Door's open. Everything's fine." The officer turned to me. "Ma'am, do you still want to press charges?" I opened my mouth to answer, but Alice stepped close and dropped her voice into a desperate whisper. "Ms. Wolf, please, let it go this once. For my husband's sake. He saved your life. You know I've been raising my daughter alone since he died. She doesn't want me working as a maid, so I told her I won the lottery. She has no idea I'm just the help. Please don't press charges." Hearing her bring up her husband softened something in me, just a little. Alice's husband was Leo. He'd been my driver for 6 years. Steady, loyal, the kind of man you could count on. 3 months ago, on an ordinary afternoon, Leo was driving me to the office, same as always. At an intersection, a truck lost control and barreled straight at us. Leo reacted in a split second. He yanked the wheel hard, taking the impact on his side. The crash rang out down the entire block. He died on the scene. Somehow I survived. When I woke up in the hospital, I learned Leo had left behind a wife and a daughter still in school, a widow and a teenager. No one to lean on. After I was discharged, I hired Alice as my private cook at 3 or 4 times a normal salary. I did it because I wanted them to have an easier life. It was the one thing I could still do for Leo. For the first 2 months, Alice was flawless. The kitchen was spotless. The meals were varied, balanced, made with real care. When I worked late, there was always a plate ready in the fridge, with little notes stuck to the plastic wrap telling me exactly how long to reheat it. Hiring her felt like one of the best decisions I'd ever made. Then she fainted at work one day, and everything changed. That afternoon when she came back, there was a girl trailing behind her. Young, pretty. I was about to ask, but Alice pulled me into the study and dropped her voice. "Ms. Wolf, my daughter's on break from school. She's worried about my health and wants to stay close. Is that all right?" I didn't think much of it. I nodded. But slowly, I started to notice things weren't right. Alice's daughter was named Lily. At first, Lily just walked around the estate with her phone out, taking pictures and posting them on social media, bragging about how she lived in a mansion. Then she started helping herself to my clothes and my jewelry. I told myself it was just teenage vanity. Let her have it. What I couldn't shake was the way she looked at me. There was always disgust in her eyes, like I was something filthy. A few times when I sat down to eat, she'd suddenly cover her nose and frown. "How does such a fancy place always smell like poverty? Mom, can you smell that? It's revolting." I actually thought there might be something off in the house and hired a professional cleaning crew for a deep clean. If anything, it only got worse. She started laying disposable seat covers on the chair I used. She'd toss my dishes straight into the trash after I ate. Every